Hello friends, I'm Warr Akini. I'm here to show you how to make EVE Online a more fun and wholesome game for PvPers and industrialists alike. Look at this fine mining vessel. Its captain is no doubt a fine example for honest, capable industrialist capsuleers across the great land of New Eden. However, there is no true joy in his heart. His existence is a simple Mobius-like strip where he works, then sleeps, then works, then sleeps, and so forth. We, friends, must break him out of this vicious cycle and show him that EVE is a game to be truly enjoyed. You'll need a high DPS ship. In this case, I prefer the Catalyst. You can push around 600 to 700 DPS, depending on your fit, skills, and implants. You'll also need a spotter alt, conveniently cloaked nearby, watching, waiting, and preferably not in the same corp as your ganker alt. What else might you need? You might also need this Orca. An Orca, you say? It's an industrial ship. Well, yes, but it also carries ships in its ship maintenance array. So, if you are less than -5, or if you are being chased by the faction police, then the Orca can jettison catalysts, jettison other ships, so that you can board them when need be. If you're going to be using a high DPS ship, such as a Catalyst or a Thrasher, or even a Brutix if you like, you're going to need to be able to get very, very close. Catalysts, especially with Void, have a range of about, 1 to 4 kilometers effectively. You want to be as close as possible. Thrashers, same thing. Now if you're using an Alpha Thrasher, you might find that your ship is less effective. Now there are two ways to get a good warp in, or at least two ways that I use. One way would be to slowly sneak up on the pilot, trying to get as close as possible before squad warping in. Now the issue with this is it takes time, especially if you're cloaked and don't want to spook the target. Now, the other method, you may have noticed, is to use scan probes. Now I've already placed scan probes around this belt to see where Mr. Hulk is. And I've got him, 100% locked. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to head to Planet 3. I'm going to wait there for my friend, the Catalyst, to show up so I can squad warp him to the Hulk and gank his balls off. And so, on the way to Planet 3, now is the time to board our Catalyst and warp to Planet 3, where we'll be squad warped to the target. Make sure your guns are grouped and overloaded when you're flying. And are also in F1 and F2. Now, you may wonder why I have a Scrambler. I don't need to hold him down. Well, actually, yes, I do. Sometimes these guys will align as you're warping in. These Scramblers cost less than 100k in most situations, especially the meta ones. So by all means, use them. Pre-overload your guns by clicking the button. You can also hit Shift F1, I believe is possible now. Yep, Shift F1, there it goes. And now we're inbound launch. Now you can be using drones in this situation, but in this case, I am not. Drones tend to distract, and if you'd like the extra DPS, by all means. Now, grabbing him on, locking him up. And tearing him down. This is the easy way to do it. Approach, overload, blow up, and poof. And if you have the extra time, go for the pod. Once your friend in the Hulk is now looking at the great beyond from the windows of his own little pod, you may hear a little something like this.
Stop. Do that. We can do that on the... No, we're just gonna f***ing sit here and balk because we're f***ing... Shut the f*** up. F***ing coward f***ing... I am so f***ing mad. Oh my god, dude. The whole f***ing world just urinated in the entire f***ing Kellogg's factory in Battle Creek. That's what happened.
I know you want to reach out to him, but do not worry. He will be stronger. He will grow. And he will learn the value of a good kill. Some final tips before I leave you. When you're scanning, or when you're looking for a target, some targets may be more or less tankier than others. How much damage you bring to bear will be dependent on how much they have tanked. Now you'll be using a ship scanner, preferably paired with a passive targeter, in order to determine their strengths and weaknesses. For example, if a Hulk is flying with a damage control, a medium shield extender, maybe an invuln, maybe even a shield booster, which would probably go over its grid, but anyway, you might want to bring in a few more than just a single catalyst. If a Machinal is running nothing but one invulnerability field, or one civilian shield booster, or even a small shield booster, you should be able to take care of it much more easily. Another piece of advice: when you are already -5, or -4.5, or -3, or -3.5, whatever security status the system deems you as hostile for, you will not have a whole lot of time once you've boarded your ship to set up your gank. So, if you sit around for longer than 5-10 seconds in any one place, you will be caught. Now, of course, you want to be caught when ganking your little friend, but do your best not to be caught otherwise, as it is thoroughly embarrassing. Now, you may notice that if Concord is in the belt with you or in the area with you, they will kill you immediately without giving you time to gank your little friend. Now, you can solve that with one very legitimate method. You can pull them off the gate, or belt, or station, or planet, or wherever. Basically, reinitiating a GCC anywhere near that Concord spawn will pull them away from where they currently are. In addition, if you're using drones with your ship, for example, Catalyst, Brutix, etc., make sure to have a hotkey set for drone's attack. You may have noticed that there was a brief pop-up on my screen as I was attacking my Hulk. Now, you will have to click yes on that to initiate any attack. You cannot dismiss it, and you cannot make it so that the window does not pop up by default. This is unfortunate, but it is the case. Now that you've watched this video, you and your friends should be able to make life much more interesting for those guys out in the belts. Take care, and good hunting. I'm Warr Akini.